Hey y'all, it's your girl, Immoral Oracle here, coming at you with a special pick-a-pile today. So you can either go off of which cards you feel drawn to, which stones you feel drawn to, or both. Okay, this is for you, about you. Quick housekeeping, let's see. All of the links for timestamps for the piles are going to be in the description box below, as well as information on how to follow me on social media if you'd like to do that. Please go ahead and exchange good karma with me energetically by liking, subscribing, commenting as you see fit. It's appreciated, and I support you. Okay, so first pile number one. We have this orange kyanite, raw orange kyanite. Pile 2, we have this rainbow fluorite. Pile number 3, we have this rutilated quartz, okay? And if you have a first and second inkling, feel free to watch both. If the one that you go with doesn't seem to resonate, check the next one. All right, so going to get started with pile 1. Okay, what do we have going on? I'm really excited about this, you guys. Spirit kind of brought this idea to me in a meditation and was super particular about the cards, so I'm excited to see what's up here. Okay. Okay. So, starting, we have 9 of Hearts for pile 1. This is similar to 9 of Cups, but in the Gaia Oracle, it's a little bit different. And then we have the Message. Okay. So, we're talking about fulfillment, harmony, feeling protected, and positive news or positive outcomes. Okay. So right off the bat, this tells me that this pile has been, or is about to be, reflecting a lot on what fulfillment, harmony, and happiness is for them. Okay, this also tells me that either positive news is coming, or you have recently received positive news. Keep in mind, this message could be the positive news. I don't know yet, but Spirit is saying this 9 of Hearts energy will be leading you to a positive outcome. I feel confident in saying that that's like a promise here. So let's see what we have. Oh, sorry, wrong order. I gotta start from the bottom. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So, group 1, your story might be something like, okay, with this desire for fulfillment, harmony, joy, I can see that coming in here as, so you got 8 of Swords as far as the energy that is pushing you forward into this message, okay, into this positive news or outcome. So 8 of Swords can be all about feeling stuck mentally, trapped in the mind, trapped in cycles or stories, or literally even just stress. But it's like going over and over things, but not really settling into some kind of peace or space of resolution, okay? And the thing about this card is it's always depicted as self-imposed. In traditional tarot, the lady could absolutely like throw her blindfold off and just move the swords out of her way. In this deck, I think it's Mystical Moments or something. I might put the decks below, but I'm going to channel and not focus on that. He's in this cage, but like the top is open, right? So it's like, it's self-imposed. It is a necessary part of the process, though, because we do a lot of reflecting there. Reflecting on what? The desire to move forward confidently, creatively, passionately, to just rise above, especially in this deck with Eight of Wands, to just rise above what's been going on here, okay? To move our energy either in a different way or literally somewhere else, okay? So whatever's been going on here, these are 2 8s. It's been going on a while, I would say, for the majority of you that are resonating with this. But it is, I mean, this is like positive movement forward, positive news, a pick-me-up, if you will. So there's something shifting here because of this news or this message or this outcome. There's something shifting, and it has to do with moving into the Hermit reversed. Okay, so there's a couple of things with this. Collective messages are vast. For some of you, this card literally is talking about just coming out of hermit mode, okay? Hermit mode is very introspective, okay? But it's not necessarily done in the way of this Eight of Swords. It's like you have to kind of marry your internal energy with that to get it to come to the place that the hermit would want, right? Because he's all about finding his own light, finding his own path, discovering his own truth, etc., right? So some of you, he does this in isolation though. So some of you are literally with this card just coming out of isolation. You're moving your energy forward towards a different space, towards connecting more with people, something like that, okay? But also what this card could be talking about, especially with this Eight of Swords over here, it's like, for some of you, this message, this positive news is like about becoming aware, okay? Becoming aware that maybe you haven't been rightly dealing with something or rightly seeing something for what it is, okay? Because this can talk about a lack of self-awareness in reverse, okay? So that could be something here. But the main message that I was feeling is that this was like coming out of hermit mode, coming out of being deeply within the self, okay? And that's happening because, just like I was saying, this Eight of Swords and Eight of Wands are kind of like marrying each other to move you into this new and positive space where you feel fulfilled and protected, and you know, you receive good things, you feel good about what you're receiving or doing. That's because you have Temperance here, okay? And in this deck, I mean, she's just vibing, you guys. She's luxurious in this deck. She's got on this beautiful frilly lacy sort of dress. She's got her fancy umbrella. The animals are just like drawn to her, chilling with her. So Temperance for you in this message, it is about, or it could be about, something that you're doing here in moving your energy or actions forward with Ace of Wands. Something about that and like turning Hermit on its head. Something about that is really bringing you a lot of peace, a lot of this, or it's about to be. This could be the advice if this is not what you're doing, okay? But it's like, it's bringing you this sense of contentment, fulfillment, knowing your worth just because of how fancy she is in here. And then acting accordingly, something like that. But this is also a message for those of you that are still waiting on this positive news or hoping for this positive outcome. This is also a message about it being time to like drop the mental imprisonment and the false perspectives on something for you. It's collective, it could be anything. To drop that and really just harmonize it within yourself. Like sometimes temperance is as simple as acceptance of what is, what was, etc., etc. And the joy is found there because it opens us up to having shifts, to receiving. Okay? I'm going to move on. Okay. This is the Earth Magic deck. Okay, so you've got volcano, volatility. So right away, this energy tells me in this particular spread, something about whatever it is that you're moving from and into. It could have been very emotionally or energetically or in some other way, it could have felt like explosive, possibly even sudden for you. It even could be good positive news being sudden and kind of blowing the top off of the cycle you've been in, something like that. But the thing about volcano and volatility energy is that volcano in its eruption actually does pave the way because it creates new land, right? Like the lava hits the water and becomes new land. So there's something about that here, like it was meant to be like this, or you needed it like this. Why? Because there's a rebirth here, okay? Spring equinox, which we just had. So it's possible for some of you this volcano moment is resonating with springtime. But the thing about rebirth, okay, it's beautiful, it's balanced, it's great, it's necessary at times in our lives, but like think about giving birth for the women out there, or you know, the men can imagine, or whatever. There is pain associated. There is pain associated in birthing something new, whether this be a new you, a new venture you want to go on for work, a new relationship, whatever it is for you, collective. This is a gentle reminder to lean into that temperance energy and really love you through it, right? And then forest, breath. Okay, so this card is a couple of things. First of all, the breath is always where we find center, right? The breath is always where we're gonna quiet the mind or whatever. But beyond that, this card talks about like the symbiotic relationship that we have with the forest itself, with the trees, how they create the oxygen that we need to breathe. So this also could be something about, like I was saying here with coming out of hermit, like a need to really lean on your friends at this time, lean on your loved ones, whoever you consider family and whatnot. Okay, but also forest is simply just a guidance to say, don't try to control your breath, okay? Just notice it when it's too shallow, when it's too short, when you're holding it because you're anxious or upset or whatever, to notice that and to release it so that you can blow the top off of this prison that you either were in or may still feel like you're in. It's different timelines for everybody, guys, but yeah, this is a beautiful message, group one. I'm wishing you this positive news and positive outcome. Thanks. Okay. Sorry guys, I don't have the ability to really edit right now. It is what it is, but here we have group 2, rainbow fluorite. Okay, now I'm gonna say, with this group in particular, I will not be surprised if those that were led to this message consider themselves light workers, healers, supporters of the collective in some way because of the cards that Spirit wanted to use for this. But without further ado, group 2, here's your read. Okay, you got initiation by water. Number 23. And the pink rose of Lady Nada. Number 29, I believe. Okay, so what I was saying is absolutely confirmed by these cards, although you don't have to consider yourself a light worker to have this message be for you. You may just be somebody with a really big heart or someone recovering from codependency. It could be many things. Okay, so initiation by water. This card is coming in to talk about mastering the emotions, okay? This is talking about an incredible amount of growth and divine connection and protection, and something to do with your feelings, how you feel, how you present your feelings to the world, something like that. The pink rose of Lady Nada, this is emotional healing. This is heart healing energy, okay? I don't know how well you can see it. I'm still figuring out lighting. Bear with me, guys, thank you. But she's holding this beautiful soft pink rose over her heart. Her gift is literally universal love, because heart chakra is green, but universal love is represented as pink. Universal love being gifted to you in order to facilitate a heart healing, an emotional healing, okay? Lady Nada also can talk about, especially for those that do consider themselves, you know, light workers or healers of some kind, she can talk about compassion burnout, okay? And that's a thing, you don't even have to be, like, you could be a teacher and have this, you could be a social worker, have this, like, you know, these messages are for everyone. But healing from compassion burnout, because the place that that can take people is if they're sinking down into the muck of the initiation by water energy, it can take them to a place where they just no longer feel really anything. And that's not a normal space for them, because they're lovers, they're givers. We all are inherently, but especially those with a large heart, a lot of compassion, caring for others, okay? But Lady Nada comes usually in a way, especially the way it's coming out with initiation by water, there's some way you're like mastering something to do with the emotions, receiving heart healing or seeking heart healing, because there's something in that that is a gift to you and for you. But with universal love being the theme, it's like something you're meant to give someone else or many others, okay? I'm just gonna say that flat out. Let me do this the right way. Okay. Here we go. This is the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. So coming out, you have the Fool, okay? This is a brand new journey, a brand new cycle with this healing, okay? With this, whatever this is that you're mastering about this, okay? This is amazing. So Fool energy is here to say, yes, take the leap if you haven't already. And if you have, it's confirming you, it's affirming you. Like, you can trust this, I almost wanted to say reconciliation process, but I believe that that is less about a relationship romantically and more about reconciling to yourself, with yourself, okay? Then you have King of Torches, King of Wands coming in. Like I was saying with Lady Nada, he is a leader. He is a driven, passionate, magnetic leader. He in this sense, I'm not seeing him as a teacher as much as just leading by example or something. But yeah, he's here right after the Fool, okay? And then what's after that? 10 of Swords and 6 of Cups, okay? But in this deck, the 10 of Swords, like, she's peaceful down here all stabbed to death, okay? She's processed this pain. She's mastered whatever this is, and she's released it. She's released it mentally, particularly. But the way I'm seeing this read, she's released it just energetically in a way that has stoked her fire, okay? So like, she's used this for good, turning her pain into sunshine or something like that. And then 6 of Cups, okay? So this card is coming in to talk about something about this process. Either it's helpful for you with this Lady Nada heart healing to, like, say you've released something, a relationship, a job, something that was painful to let go of, but it came from a place of knowing you were going somewhere else, right? something like that, okay? This card talks about the nostalgia being your friend because it's after the 10, okay? You released this. So it's like saying thank you to the experience for what it was, what it is, and where it led you, but not like hanging on to it, okay? This also just is a card about joy, playfulness, like emotional connection, okay, with yourself or others, but especially with like the teacher cards coming in. This is an important and supportive energy for you at this time, okay? All right. So this is the light seers, something like that. I don't know. Okay. These are master teachers, okay, basically. So Mercury, open communication. Something about this process. Either you need to speak to someone in particular to heal things, and I don't mean like reconcile with them, unless that's your truth. Heal things in some way. But this also could be a process that you're either doing with yourself or like a friend or trusted person. Something about speaking up and just kind of using that to further release this, okay? But on the teacher side of things, on the leader side of things, sorry, one moment, guys. Okay, this talks about sharing your story with others, okay, for a portion of you that are resonating with this. Something about that is going to not only continue this healing, continue helping you master your own emotional process, but then also gift others with it, okay? Mercury always reminds us to speak up with love, though, as does Lady Nada, as does the Six of Cups. Okay, you get it. White Eagle, ancestor spirit. Okay. So, A, those who are on this path, wherever you are on this journey, if 2 is your pile, okay, you are actually healing ancestral traumas and wounds with this process, okay? That's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody believes in that, and that's okay. Because also what this talks about is connecting with your ancestor guides or with your actual family, whatever your beliefs are, maybe both. Something about that, like I was saying in the Six of Cups and the Swords and the Mercury, something about that is prompting you to heal, helping you to heal, or actually able to be healed through whatever this is, okay? And you guys have Horus here, okay? Horus, the cosmic gateway. And with King of Torches, okay? Because Horus says, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Horus is the cosmic gateway, okay? Like, and especially with Ancestor and Mercury coming here, like, I don't want to have people out there thinking they're, just their stuff don't stink or anything, but this group, you're powerful and you're meant to be, and this was meant to help boost you there, okay? So trust that. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, and miraculous changes are occurring. Okay, you're made up of the same things that the stars and the galaxy are. Like, just saying. Thank you, Pile 2. Okay, Pile 3, mutilated quartz. All right. Okay. This is Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. So you got 10, every step counts, and 25, breakthrough to new dimensions. Okay. So this card can talk about This is like a slow and steady wins the race card, but because it's ocean energy, it's specifically talking about this creature. It's specifically talking about slowly, steadily, surely, and with conviction, wading through your own emotions at this time, okay? Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options, your feelings, whatever it is, okay? Breakthrough to new dimensions. This is saying, and you feel it. I believe that you feel it, those that are going to resonate with this group. Innovative energy wants to burst forth into your consciousness. A new endeavor is on the horizon, okay? And the thing about the way this is coming through, okay, because this creature kind of like sticks to things and moves slowly, either on the bottom of the ocean or like on various rock formations, etc. And then this whale's just like busting out, okay? But also there's this white whale down here, by the way. He's considered super rare and kind of magical. So whatever you guys are in this group are doing, like you're fully supported. Like you're fully supported in this. But you're needing to move slowly and surely. And I felt more like emotion in this group as I was choosing the decks, so I believe it is definitely going to be like through your feelings. Something about them. Okay, feelings can be really amazing tools for growth if we're like using, what am I doing here? Okay, sorry. I get so into my stories, guys. I'm not sorry. Okay. Okay, breaking through to new dimensions, and you have the Chariot coming out first. Okay, and I'm also seeing this as a card that is confirming for me something about, I always see Chariot energy as, I mean, obviously it's like courageous and bold movement forward, surety of the self, etc., etc. You know, but I always see it as a it's a movement that's happening balancing the light and the dark aspects of oneself, aka in this reading most likely emotions. And I say that also because there's we'll get there in a minute. So the Empress comes out after Chariot, okay? So Chariot is going towards Empress energy. Empress energy is the epitome of nourishment, abundance, compassion, kindness, lovingness, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Loving energy, like full just mother energy, okay? And she also is the energy that by being that way, she is the owner of reconciling like mind, body, spirit. She is the thread that connects love through mind, body, and spirit in the self, okay? So Chariot is just like heading towards this. This is your breakthrough, okay? You have Three of Swords reversed. So this is two things right now, because this isn't the typical meaning of the card, but I'm seeing it as like some pain just being tipped on its head, right? Through this process of lovingly moving through whatever these emotions are and remaining optimistic, remaining committed to just owning the abundance of the self, okay? So that's one thing. But not everybody in the collective is there, and so I'm going to read this the traditional way as well. This card could be talking about a need for healing, okay? Like dedicated, loving action towards your own healing. This could be talking about not letting go of something that has ended. This could be talking about not letting go of childhood threads or self-worth things. This could be talking about so many things since it's a collective reading, but it's here to say, like, you must mend this. You must mend this. And why? Because it's time to break through on the other side of this. Okay, you have Chariot energy supporting you, Empress energy supporting you, 2 major arcana out of a 4-card spread. Like, you are supported in this, but it's time. And I know that because Knight of Swords is here at the end, okay? So, like I was saying, with Empress marrying mind, body, spirit, like reconciling them, bringing them together, here's the logic in that, okay? And it's swift, logical movement forward in this process. Seeing things for what they are, knowing what it is that you're going after, okay? If it's literally just the healing, then F yeah, go after that like the Knight of Swords, okay? But also with this card, he can oftentimes like have a message for others in it. So there may be some way that you're breaking through new dimensions, not just emotionally, but in expressing yourself or expressing something about this pain, okay? But ultimately, like, whatever this is, it's healing, and the time is now. Wherever you are in this, if you've done this, if you've turned this pain on its head, it's now time to go forward and like do something with it. Logical and swift movement in that. Okay? And I just love that. That's beautiful. Okay, let's see. Group 3. You guys have the self-care deck, I believe, which seems fitting with Empress here, so that's perfect. Okay, so 22, you got energy work. We'll talk about this in a second. Number 1, abundance planning. I just love how Spirit plays so much. The Empress is here. And 26, health checkup. Okay, so, energy work, for some of the collective that resonates with me, you're into Reiki, chakras, things like that, okay? Great. This is an indication for you that it's really time to get committed to a practice or see a practitioner, or if you are one yourself, to do that kind of thing for yourself. But for the general collective that may not have any experience with things like that, you don't need to for this card to resonate with you. This card is about feeling where you feel your feelings in your body, where you need release, where you need to do this work, this purging, this something like that. Like where you might be holding in your physical or energetic body, whatever it is that you need to walk through to bust out, okay? Abundance planning. So there's something in the way that this Empress and the Knight of Swords like have the 3 of Swords in the middle that's making me feel like this message is talking about really getting honest and digging into your relationship with how you feel about abundance, how worthy you feel of abundance, whether it be financial, romantic, success, whatever abundance is for you, okay? But also, this card is talking about, maybe some of the collective out there will resonate with like a vision board, like, or some kind of art project to help you break through. But this could be talking about needing to sit down and just write about or think about, like, what is your relationship internally with abundance, right? Not like logically speaking, like, well, of course I'm worth that. Like, when you actually say to yourself, I'm worth abundance, where do you feel that in your body? Something like that here, okay? This is about moving energy, just like this every step counts. Oh, that's a side message right now. Don't beat yourself up if you're, you know, like taking one step one day and then 2 steps back the next. Just keep going. Just keep moving forward with it, okay? And health checkup is a couple of things because the collective is vast. We don't do fear mongering on this channel. If there's been something on your mind related to this or something you're feeling emotionally about that you've been like avoiding getting checked out by a doctor, this card is saying do it, okay? But this card is so many people in the collective, like with people to do Reiki, chakra, things like that, you guys are going to see this as confirmation to book with that practitioner that you've been looking at or whatever, okay? And then still other parts of the collective, this is confirmation if you've been thinking about starting therapy, going back to therapy. There are so many modes of healing available. Like, there's no one right fit for anyone, and I support that on this channel. But this card is saying something about this process. It's like you need to check in about something with someone, okay? This even could just be with yourself when we're talking about this energy thing, okay? So take this card as it resonates, because it has many meanings with as many people as potentially will see this video. All right, group 3, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you found whatever you needed in this. And in general, thank you all for being here. Again, like, subscribe, comment, follow on social media, book personal readings if this resonated and you want more. I'm just so grateful to be here working with you all. Thank you.